And yo, it's another video, so let's go. Ashe. I'm somewhere that a lot of people won't be able to understand. This is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's house when he was living. So what I'm gonna do is close out the video. I mean, not close out the video, but a bird just passed over me right when I left. He's been coming to me. Ashe. More of them. What I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna really just show where exactly I'm at, but the thing is what I'm gonna do is make this come to a understanding of what's going on right now. I'm still walking away from the area. That was powerful. Doing libations in that area. So what I wanted to do is what I've come to understand by placements of certain things in certain cities around the U.S., around the world, whether it's placed by government or by cities or certain factions or groups or whatever. It's placed for a certain reason. Now, I'll give you a backstory before I even show you what I'm going to tell you about. It was when I was watching one of Bobby Hemmitt's his lectures. He was saying how he was talking how the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was speaking to Martin Luther King and was saying that it was talking. This is after Malcolm X had lost his physical life, and he was telling Martin Luther King, like, if you leave here in Chicago, if you stay here in Chicago, we have a place for you. You can stay with us. You'll be taken care of. You'll be secure. Nothing will happen to you. But if you leave here, I can't give you that same. Can't tell you that's gonna really happen to you. I mean, nothing's gonna happen to you, because something will happen to you outside of this place or outside of our care. But I'm just saying, you have a choice. I'm just saying, like, this is not gonna be very good for you. And he decided to leave, and everybody knows the story. So, and that happened on April 4th, 1968. So in all actuality, I'm going to show you something. So I'm still recording. I never stopped recording. So I don't really want to show the people that's out here, or the area really too heavy. But like, I'm going to show you now. Watch this. I'm gonna build a correlation. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Ashe, another sign. All right. So if you know that, it's right up the street from the Martin Luther King Early Childhood Center. Okay. All right. So I haven't put the video out yet, but I will. I'm gonna put that video out first, and then once I put that video out, well, it's gonna be already in past tense what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna put that video out first. I had found something in a book of Abra Malin, and I'm gonna show you all my everywhere I got all my information dealing with the word, dealing with the Hebrew word MLK. It means to follow. Okay. Now, another thing I noticed. Now, there's a mosque, mosque 32, it's on. Well, where I'm at, I didn't even tell y'all where I was at. You know what I'm saying? So I was in Arizona, or you can say Phoenix, Arizona. You can, to be close to exact. But this is not exactly Phoenix, but this is in the Phoenix area. So any type of large city that has small cities around it, it's pretty much they call it that city's metropolitan general area, pretty much. So you can pretty much say it's Phoenix. Yeah, somebody driving by, getting ready, playing music loud. Reason why I pause the video is because if music is being played and when it's being played and you don't get the rights to have it on your channel, you can YouTube will block that video. So this is too important for this video to be blocked. That's what happened to my Halloween Nipsey Hussle video. So if you look that up, you'll see what I'm talking about if it's not blocked. Oh, they try to say you can't, it's a certain way for this video. So another thing else I noticed, let me see. Oh yeah, the mosque is a mosque also in Phoenix. So now I pay attention to things, especially on the map. Like I said before earlier, on the map, certain things are placed a certain way. Now, when it's placed a certain way, you gotta read past the lines or read between them, because like Bobby Hemming would say, when there's a drummer drumming, right? The spaces in between those drums, I've been in music before too, that's very true. The spaces in between those beats or those sounds make the song what it is. Because it could be drum, 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 but that don't mean anything. It could be space after space. But if the space in between it, however long it is, or how tight it is, makes the song what it is. So, okay, so I have to read between the lines when I was going to these two different places. So now another thing, it's off of Broadway going onto 3rd Street. Broadway, now it's a double street. All right, the street Broadway is actually Martin Luther King Street, but it don't say Martin Luther King. It just says Broadway, but it's another. Sometimes in certain areas you see the sign underneath the sign that says Martin Luther King. When you see that, that's when you know it's another sign. So like, there's a street called in Tempe. There's a street in Tempe called Baseline. That I found out that's Cesar Chavez Street too also. So you'll have that in certain cities. They'll have one street, but it has another street. It means something else too also. So Broadway is Martin Luther King. So but Martin Luther King, like I say, Broadway off of 3rd Street, you'll find the mosque in Arizona. So now if you think about this very clearly. So I'm gonna put that video out first, then I'm gonna put this video out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So Martin Luther King, or MLK, in Hebrew means to follow. But what if the Nation of Islam isn't following the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings? All right, hold on. I made it onto the busy street of Broadway. Let me go back. So, like I said earlier in the video, MLK in Hebrew means to follow. But what if they're not following the teachings of the original teachings of Elijah Muhammad? So if they're not following the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, which is, he was saying how separation would bring on more for us. Because we've seen that when America had told people they can't go into certain restaurants or go to certain schools. You know what I'm saying? So when we seen that eventually they said we got to bring them back in, because they're the battery. Because we as highly melanated people, so-called black people, so-called Negroes or Negroes of the world, we are the battery to the whole entire world, not just America, but the entire world. They'll try to wiping you out by putting your men in prison, putting your women in prison, by not having to where people can get jobs, and to where they're homeless, and while they're homeless, they damn near can put them on the streets. When they scoop them up on the streets, they can clone them. What else? or kill them, the original people. And then when they get with white men or white women, they're able to wipe out what they should have been with. So it's a culmination of things. So you got to be really on your toes out here. You really got to be on your toes in the world, because it might not. You say, oh, people are like, oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about this and that? No, I know what I'm talking about. The ancestors let me see all these different things in different forms and at different times in different parts of the U.S. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I go to you get a lot of school buses. You know, I show you the school, the MLK school. So this is gonna happen like this. So I say, hey, highly melanated people, you don't have to follow anything. All you have to do is go reach back into what our ancestors left behind, whether that be information. And remember, there's a mystery behind the history. People can learn about history, but that ain't gonna change nothing. All you're gonna do is know a lot of facts about certain things. But then you need to go into the mystery, the science, the magic of certain things. When you do, you actually who your ancestors were by venerating who your ancestors were by doing the magic. When you doing the magic, you're actually gaining that power, and that power is yours. You're making that battery that everybody's trying to use from you actually stronger, and you're supposed to use it for yourself and for when you use it for yourself, you making yourself stronger. You making yourself stronger. You making the actual energy of the planet. Remember, the planet is 70% water and 30% land. So you made out of 70% water and 30% body or land. So if you look at it, that everything is outside yourself, is inside yourself. So as above, so below. Everything outside yourself is happening for a reason. Everything outside you on the TV is gonna be a distraction. If it's a distraction like this so-called war or anything like that, it's a distraction. It's a distraction to get your mind off of what you're supposed to be doing on your inside, going to the darkness. Like in the Kabbalah, it says a dark side and a light side. The dark side is where the power is. In order for you to bring it to the light, you have to gain that power in the darkness and bring it to the light, because light can only come from darkness. Darkness don't come from light. I heard a fool say that. Well, I wouldn't say fool, an idiot say that somewhere, and I was like, I'm not even gonna correct him. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a person of another. I'm gonna just say a white person. It don't matter. It was a white person that said, I'm like, why correct him so I can look like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. Because I already knew he didn't know what he was talking about. So why teach him something when we've been teaching him? Our ancestors have been teaching them for years and years. But they're gonna throw that. Most of these motherfuckers know they'll do that just to throw a wrench in what you learn or in anything, so you can make you feel like you less. The motherfucker said, he told somebody, darkness comes from light. Light doesn't come from darkness. I'm like, I just said, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't about everything for everybody to know. All right, but anyway, so this video was about why aren't they going still with the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, but they went with the teachers of L. Ron Hubbard in Scientology. You know what I'm saying? L. Ron Hubbard, with the shit I'm doing, L. Ron Hubbard was into the stuff into the occult. The occult means that which is hidden. OCCULT. I didn't say I was in a cult, because religion, to be honest, is the biggest cult. All you're doing is worshiping something and serving something and giving your energy to it. So hear me when I tell you this. The occult means to go inside the darkness, into your inner self. Your inner self, and to gain power and to learn and to know. The gnosis, to know, gnosis, GNOSIS. So you ain't gonna learn everything in a church or a mosque setting or cathedral or whatever. You gotta go beat that path with your feet, or beat that path with your eyes. You gotta read and pull in information. It ain't about following somebody. Oh, like I said, MLK in Hebrew means to what? To follow. And also, did you know that the Ashkenazim Jews or the European Jews, because highly melanated people, so-called black people, are the original Hebrew, the original Hebrews, and the so-called we the original Hebrews and original Jews, the original Hebrews and original Jews. Now think about this, what I'm telling you. So the Ashkenazim Jews, or the European Jews that was in Europe, when they that's why Hitler rose to power in order to fight those people, because they were trying to keep his people from having any money, which is the same thing is happening now. Our ancestors used Adolf Hitler's body in order to get a work done to tear Europe apart. And look what's happening now in the Ukraine and all this shit. That's just the same shit. So that ain't none of our business. I heard people have been talking about, I don't even watch TV. That's none of our business. Let them fight amongst themselves. Just like Elijah Muhammad say, when you see infighting, like infighting mean like white people in Europe and all that, when you see infighting amongst those people, that means you know the end is near. Because their end is near. You don't gotta be involved in none of their business. Stay involved in learning and getting your energy up. Because by the time it comes, like the reason why I was saying that, because by the time, like I said, 70% water, 30% earth, just like your body is 70% water, which is blood, and 30% body or earth. Think about it like this. The energy of the planet or the earth or this third dimensional plane is raising. That's why I have two videos dealing with it, one part and a two part. So 2 parts of a video. So what I'm saying is, once you raising your energy up, highly melanated people, so-called black people, if you're not doing that, if you're giving your energy to something else and you praising something, oh, praise them, no, you gon' I'm telling you, that's why I heard about the numbers, all these COVID numbers or whatever. A lot of highly melanated people, so-called black people, have been dying because what? They giving all their energy away. They not raising themselves up. Pascal Beverly Randolph said this in the 1800s. PB Randolph said, like, in the 1800s, like 500,000 people gonna start dying from, like, people ain't gonna realize it. I read this in it's a book called The Disembodiment of Man by Pascal Beverly Randolph. You can check it out. Sex Tantra or Sex Magic is not the only book he have out there. He got other books. They just leaking, coming out. And he said this in the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? I read it and put this out like close to a little less than a year ago. So if you're not raising your energy, you praising something and giving tithes and giving because that's your hard-earned energy. Your hard-earned work is your energy. Money is just an illusion, but when you make it, that's your energy you giving away. So you're supposed to be using it for a purpose to gain power and use it for tools, not to be using it to be giving it to somebody else for what reason? Now, it's not helping you. It's not venerating, because you're probably raising yourself up as highly melanated people, so-called black people. So, all much respect to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The original teachings was saying that the white man is the devil. I understand everybody that's not highly melanated, so-called black people, is that. To me, that's how I look at them, because, and also our people have turned into them. So we highly melanated people, so-called black people, turn into them. And I have no fear of nobody or nothing. Trust me when I tell you that, none. You have to navigate through this illusion to get what you need to know and get what you need to learn. If you don't, you at a loss. You can have what you know and what you not what you believe, because in the middle of believe is lie. BELIEVE. So anybody can feed you some bullshit, but it's up to you to go find out and know what's the truth and what's false. So you need to know in order to raise yourself up, instead of passing yourself off to somebody else. They can tell me, and a preacher can tell me and say read from this, and he'll read like about a chapter or less than a chapter, and then say service is over. We go to Bible study, then we go to choir rehearsal, then we go to Sunday service and Sunday evening service. Damn, you done gave how much time, how much, that's energy. How much money, that's energy. That's we don't look at it like that. But that time you go to work and spend 8 hours there, that's time and energy. So you giving your tithes to a preacher, that's your time and your energy. Why would you give that to somebody? That don't make no sense. So if you're gonna lose it, you might as well use it. to where in order for you to raise yourself up. I'm telling you. But I'm about to get up out of here. So I'm gonna say respect to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Ashe. Peace. Ashe. We killing God daily. God don't love highly melanated people. I keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I know for a fact. I done seen the text. I done seen the old I done seen the text from back in the days, man. I done seen those texts, and they come back in this time period. So why have any type of discourse or any type of fear for any type of shit like that? Like, cause I done seen most of the worst God can do, and I'm still here pushing. If you look at through any and all of my videos, you know what time it is with me. It ain't no half stepping, ain't no fronting either, and I'm good with them hands too. And that's not my first weapon. My first weapon is my mind. You can't navigate through here, and my first weapon is my mind, which is my ancestors. My ancestors are circulating throughout my body. I have a large pantheon of deities. When you venerate and say these names, like the Titans or the Necronomicon, which is from Persia, which is modern day Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Like you say all these different deities, or come to find out, while I was doing libations at Elijah Muhammad's house, I'm about to leave and cut the video short. I almost forgot to say this. I don't know if his family is Haitian, because every time I got to the Haitian part, anytime I went to I did like a random flips, and some of them I already knew I wanted to do, but random flips I kept landing on the Haitian deities, the petrolites, those are the fire, the gas fire ones. So every time I got to the Haitian ones, the wind just kept blowing and blowing. Cause I know he's from Sandersville, Georgia. So I don't know like if his family came from New Orleans on the way up or what, but every time I got to the Haitian deities, the wind just kept getting blowing harder and harder. But yeah, so see, that's the thing, and that's the thing. If you in a nation, now you got something to correlate with. They look at certain things like the Hebrew. They look at in Haiti. They look at the Egyptians things, certain things, and you got to think about it. If they're looking at all these different things in different parts of the world, why aren't they all the same? They're just different parts of the world. You can't close yourself off. I'm trying to give you a way to not just have one deity to look at. You can have, remember, all right, now look at this. The one God has a million attributes. The one God has a million attributes. It's just talking about you. You are the deity. You're supposed to become that deity through your daily life and learning and pulling information in. So that the one God could have a million deities, or the one deity has a million attributes. All right, I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to end this video. So if I haven't said it, I know I have. Rise in power to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm about to get up out of here. In the abyss. What Patti LaBelle said? Oh, if only you knew how much I do need you. Oh, Ashe means power. Kacha means power. Shakti means power. These are three different parts of the world that means the same thing. That's what I'm saying. So if I'm learning that, you need to learn it too. Kill God. God don't love us. Ashe.